demonstration.
When Jesus comes, when that trumpet sounds, will you be ready? When they call your name, will your living be in vain? Will you be ready? Will you be ready? Be caught up in the rapture of love on Judgment Day. Believe in your heart, confess with your mouth, know that He is God. Don't get led, don't fall short and get left behind. Do it right now and make up your mind. He's coming soon and very soon. Yeah. We don't know exactly when. Oh, He will send down His angel with a great sound of the trumpet. And those who gather together His elect from the four winds. When He cracks the sky, when your name is called, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Please, don't fall short and get left behind. Do it right now and make up your mind.
Some trust in White Houses, some trust in government, some trust in Wall Street, some trust in powers, and some trust in idols. But we will trust in the name of the Lord our God, the name above all names, above all kings, above all powers. We will trust in the only name given by which we can be saved. We will trust in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords.
When He calls your name, when He cracks the sky, have your heart ready, yeah. We will be judged. We will be judged. Be ready.
Our God is not political.
Well, peace, power, understand wisdom and light. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining today. This is going to be very quick. This is for my couponers. I have been posting a few pages from my other outlets, some of the extreme couponers, but they're not really extreme. They've just mastered the art of couponing. Why is it so very important? Because a lot of the mothers, they have children. We have grandchildren and so forth. We always want to be ready. That's why I chose Akinyele, the Black Knight song, Be Ready. Because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with someone and I said, I'm remiss about, doing my couponing and doing my stocking and things. I said, and all I hear a lot of times, especially from men and some women, they say, well, I can't afford to, to spend hours in the store and so forth. Well, I'm going to teach you, or I'm actually going to interview an extreme couponer, you all. And she's going to tell you how she actually turned her couponing into a successful business. So that is something else that you can do, especially in this time, because this time we already know inflation is crazy. But have you been noticing these signs everywhere? Maybe some of your favorite stores closed down. Maybe you'll see these, but we used to always see these signs on the doors, and sometimes they didn't even close. Well, that's called clickbait. That's what we call it in YouTube. It's called clickbait. We're gonna let you think that the stores are closing so you can come in, and of course we are going to discount a lot of things, but then miraculously the stores stay open. Well, I am here to tell you that now believe the signs that you see. We said this at the beginning of, actually before the cucaracha, that's what I call the pandemic. Before it actually started, and we started seeing the signs, and I said, Something is coming. Something is coming. Start getting ready now." Right? So everyone says, well, I've heard it said before, especially from those that see the couponers out in the stores. They say, well, I don't think that's fair that they clear the shelves and this and that. Well, when there's a pandemic, people clear the shelves all the time. I remember going into Walmart as soon as it started and they started shutting down everything. People had 5 and 6 baskets of things, right? And I said, you know what? I said that was my fault because at that time I hadn't stocked up the way I needed to. So I couldn't be mad at anyone but myself. So in the Bible, it says there's a time for war and there's a time for peace, right? So keep that in mind as I'm telling you what's about to go down in 2023. Let's talk about Investing Magazine. I follow a lot of trends. I also read a lot. I study a lot, and I watch the market. The stock market will tell you exactly what's going on. Sometimes it'll even tell you who's buying up what. Okay. I also look at the portfolios of very rich people. What is in their portfolio? Hey, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I know you at work, baby. Well, look, you need to focus at work, okay? But so let's tell, I want to tell you. So we talked about couponing, we talked about how important it is. Now, in the beginning, when I started teaching people how to coupon, they were laughing. They said, well, just do it for me. We'll just do it for me. But once I taught them how simple it was, they could actually go into a store and they could come out with zero out of pocket, meaning the money you have to spend, and they would actually come out with free money from that store. So once they realized that you could do that, they were hooked. There was no turning back. And so now some of my students have actually become my biggest teachers, you guys, believe it or not. It is so amazing to see their progression. All right. Some have actual basements filled with items, right? And I was shocked because these were the same people that said, I don't have time for this. If you have an hour, my ladies and gentlemen, if you have an hour to go in the store, which most of us do, don't we? We go into a department store and we may see a bag, a purse that we like, or hold on one second, you all. I've got an incoming. Give me one second. I told Beloved not to go out today. They don't listen. I said, okay, it's snowing, but it stopped. I can feel it in my bones. It's going to be a bad one. And sure enough, I'm looking out the window and it is now another snowstorm. So listen to your people, especially those that know certain things. But anyway, let's get back. So a lot of my extreme couponers, it is amazing what they've done with their stockpiles. Now, not only can you start a profitable business, you all, But you can also use some of your stockpile to give to the needy. I call them our fallen angels. We have a women and children's shelter in my city, and most of you do as well, or just a homeless shelter, right? So imagine if you're getting things for free all year. Imagine if you're getting a toothpaste for free, or if you're getting deodorants for free, or dish detergents, or diapers. Can you imagine? Now, what store is this going? I'm going to let you know it's quite a few, baby. But imagine, and my last haul that I sent to the women and children's shelter, I actually had free diapers. You all, that was a beautiful thing. That wasn't even from my couponing. Let me tell you what I do. I go around to our mom and pop stores in our neighborhood, and I let them know, we are collecting for the winter time. We're collecting for the summertime. I show them the magazine and they say, well, can we donate? Right? And so that we get so many sponsors from around the city donating brand new t-shirts, diapers, baby wipes, personal hygiene items. That also helps along with my couponing, right? So there are a lot of ways you can use your couponing, all right? Let me tell you another way. Then I'm going to get to the stores in just one moment. Another way, our gift baskets. I talked about a young lady. She has her own business. It's a side business now, but I believe it's going to be her full-time business. But because of her extreme couponing, she now makes gift baskets, right? So if she only spends $1 on $200 worth of merchandise, you can imagine how well she's doing. And this is the same young lady that did not have time, all right? So there are a lot of ways. Let's go back to the gift baskets. Um, have you ever had someone come to your home? I know this has happened often. And my mother says, always give a gift to your parting guest. And so, because I coupon, a lot of people will come and they will say, well, do you have this? Do you have extra that? And what I like to do is I like to do little small gift baskets, right? I've actually, when the pandemic hit, people were actually coming to my stockpile and I was just giving away things because they couldn't find toilet tissue. They couldn't find paper towels. They couldn't find waters. And I was ready. Let's go now to Investing Magazine. All right. And this is all about 2023. Later, I'm going to give you, probably later today before the Sabbath, I'm going to give you a list of cities and the stores closing. All right. Investing Magazine says they sheds light on the situation. They comprise a list of retail stores, big and small, that all have one thing in common: store closures coming in 2023. And I'm just going to skip to it now. I'm not going to go through everything. There are main retail chains that are closing stores in 2023. Number one is Target. Year established 1902. Number of stores closing will be 13 in 2023. This one really hurts. Our Walgreens, that is a couponer's paradise. But Walgreens established 1901. Number of stores closing, listen to this, 200 stores, you guys. Macy's established 1858. I did not know that. Wow. Number of stores closing, 125 over the next 3 years. Starbucks. I love my Starbucks. It's right on the corner. I love it. It was established in 1971. Listen to this number. Number of store closings, 400 Starbucks. Bed Bath & Beyond, established 1971. Number of store closings, 43. Victoria's Secret, established 1977. Number of stores closing, 50. American Eagle Outfitters, year established 1977. Number of store closings up to 250. You guys, Kohl's established 1962. Number of stores closing. This is all in 2023. Number of stores closing 27. GameStop. Year established was 1984. Number of stores closing 180 to 200 stores. Yes, indeed. That is one of the reasons. You're right. Bed, bath, bed and, I'm sorry, Bath and Body Works. That was established in 1990. Number of stores closing 50. J.C. Penney's, year established 1902. Number of stores closing up to 90. Now there could be many more coming. That's an estimate. That is what was actually forecasted and that was actually confirmed. You all right? Everyone is shopping online. Exactly. Now here's the problem with online shopping, and I think most of you, maybe this has happened to you, but have you ever been tracking your items, and you know that they just dropped it off, and you go out on your deck or whatever, and there's nothing there. Now I know that's happened to me at least 2 times, and I'm on the phone and I'm calling customer support, and my order is not here. It says that it's been delivered. It's not here. Do you know what an Amazon an Amazon driver actually told me? He said that here's something that the drivers do. They will say that they've dropped the item, but they haven't dropped it. They're on their way. Now, here's another problem with that. Sometimes they deliver it to the wrong homes. So, yes, Walgreens, that really blew me away. I'm going to talk about CVS and other stores later, but that really blew me away because I kept noticing one of my neighbors, he was always going to the house next to him. And I'm like, what's going on? And he would always come back with a package. He'd say, oh my God, I'm so sick of shopping online. He's like, every time I order, it goes to the wrong home. He's like, so I have to, as soon as they say they've delivered it, I have to go to every home next to me or the one 2 doors down or whatever to find my package. I said, yes, that has happened to me as well. Another thing that has happened, and I know that you've seen this as well on the news and so forth, that they are actually stealing packages in my neighborhood. Well, I'm sorry. One day I went out to get a package and I noticed that there was a pallet of packages. And I said, what in the world? No one that I know around here buys this much in bulk. I don't understand it. I said the biggest boxes you'll find are from the doggy places, that sell the chewy companies, and they sell really big bags of things. So we're used to those type of boxes. But I looked at the address and I said, that's around the corner. And I thought all of these packages belong around the corner from me. Oh my goodness. It could have been so easy, you all. If I were an evil person, I could have just sold them or whatever. But I'm going to tell you how sweet beloved is. I told him, I said, there is a pallet out there. He said, wow. He said, where does it belong? That was the first question because he knows we don't get those type of things. So I told him it was for around the corner. Can you believe it must have been at least 20 boxes? Hey, Hammer Time. I missed you, baby. I haven't been on a lot, so please forgive me, baby. I've been doing the magazine, but I love you. But he actually started taking handfuls of boxes around the corner. And then he would come back. He would get more boxes and he would take them over. And then he'd get more boxes and he would take them over. I said, this is such a beautiful, that's when you know that you've chosen the right person. And he said, can you imagine all those people that were waiting for their packages, that were waiting, and they were just sitting outside of our home. Now, like I said, on the news, you see those that are stealing packages left and right. my area is wide open. I'll put it that way. There are a lot of security gates. Some are secured buildings and so forth, but most are not. Most are just homes, and you just throw the package over the small fence, and you hope for the best. There has to be, and I know that there is for Amazon, or for, no, I forget who it's for. Maybe for Amazon, but they actually have sort of like post offices just for, and I do believe it is Amazon, where you have your own box inside of the building and all of your packages can go there. So that is a really, really good thing to have, you guys, is go to the Amazon buildings that they have in the cities now and just get you a box, a PO box. So you know that it's going to go straight there, nowhere else, you guys. But yeah, can you imagine that? Oh my goodness. I mean, so many stores, so many people are going to be out of their jobs. And I mean, unemployment only lasts for so long, you guys, you know? But not only the unemployment, the stores alone for the couponers, that's really going to hit, because we're going to have to go to different areas now a little bit further away just to do our couponing. But I am, like I said, I am going to interview an extreme couponer. I'm going to show her stockpiles. You won't believe the things that she's been able to acquire. Burlington, for instance, they had a 90% off sale. And the gift sets at Christmas time. You may have like colognes and lotions, or maybe the furry slippers with, a robe or whatever. She was able to get some of these for a penny, for 10 cent, for 25 cent. It was amazing. When I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Wow. But a lot of places you don't have the same stores. So I may be watching some of my couponers in another city. I don't have a Piggly Wiggly in my state. So they're able to get better deals than I can. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so be looking out for that interview. I'm not going to show her face. I'm just going to do an audio interview, and she will tell you how she started, where she is now, and how nicely her side business has become. So be looking out for these stores. And all you have to do, you all, is just go online, type in your city or your state, type in store closings for 2023. They may not have the signs up yet, but at least you will be aware of what is going on in your city. So until next time, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I could do none of this without you and without our Heavenly Father, of course. And on that note, I'll see you later. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. I am going to do a show on the Baphomet. I saw a video with Chris Brown recently. I'm actually going to break down that entire video, and it has to do with the Baphomet. That's it. I'm not going to give you any more. I love you guys. Bye.